Welcome
Welcome
to
to
Shade
Shade
in the
in the
City.
City.
I'm your girl, Treese.
It's Nels.
Excuse me. And today we're jumping into our review of Love During Lockup, Season 6, Episode 4, or Episode 56, whatever they want to call it. But 54, whatever. But anyway, we're in Love During Lockup. Yes, Shade Squad, thank you for all the love and the support. We appreciate you guys. And like I've been telling y'all, drop down in the comments. Let us know if there's anything that comes to your mind that you'd like to see us review. And we're always open for suggestions. And we'll, again, strongly consider. But yes, so if you haven't already, Shade Squad, please make sure that you hit that like button.
And a subscribe button.
And y'all, let's get into it. And let's get shady. So it's Nels's favorite, Andy. He's on his way back home to Rome, Georgia, since he's not going to see Brittney anymore. Andy is upset that his daughters tried to throw him under the bus, as Nels has previously discussed, and thinks that they misremember the past. He feels like he was a good father and doesn't understand where the girls are getting this narrative that he wasn't. Now, Brittney calls to let him know that her daughter, who was supposed to visit, I believe it was Gracie, basically now can't go if she takes Andy off the visit. I guess they put them together. I don't know how that works. So therefore, she still wants him to come, even though she really don't want to see him. So he's like, oh, okay, well, of course I'll come, because he just wants to see her. And he's hoping that they could talk things out. And she's like, yeah, fine, you can sit there, but I really don't have nothing to say to you, is with the vibe that I got from the phone call. She just really wants to be able to see her daughter, and she lets him know. And honestly, we ain't gonna be doing too much talking about that, because I don't want my daughter involved in any of that drama with your daughters or anything that you got going on. And we'll see where we go from here. So basically, he's now worried because he doesn't know like what she's told her daughter, or basically what he's going to be up against when he gets there. But of course, he's still going to keep on trucking and take his ass over there. So then we see Andy. He is working on a beautiful love song for Brittney. And so when she gets released, and he said that he's excited about doing this for her, but he's also nervous. I didn't think he sounded bad. Acoustics guitar, it'll do something to you.
You mean the song? Oh, the no, I didn't think it sounded bad either.
Yeah, I didn't think it sounded bad. We've heard worse on other shows.
So, Latisha and Keith. Latisha is packing up to go see her husband. She's having a hard time picking out stuff because she said the jail is so strict with what you're allowed to wear. So he called her and let her know. Oh, I'm sorry. And she let him know everything that happened with the lawyer. She told him about him not being able to work in an accounting business. And he said he don't care what the lawyer said. He cares about his family. Yeah, nobody asked you what you cared about, sir.
That's what I was saying. I was like, when the way that she backed down so quickly, like, no, that's not. And I'm like, he is in jail. Like, do you not realize that you have the power?
And the lawyer told you that you can do jail time messing with this man. So, man, look, the hell, sir, I didn't ask you what you give a damn about. And then she mentions the post-nup to secure their assets, and he said, "Yeah, I don't do none of that."
You wouldn't have to do none of it.
Well, they're already married, so if you don't sign a post-nup, I mean,
he can take you for half. Which is, I'm not saying that's his goal, but that's what it's giving.
So basically, he tells her, if you speak it into existence, that's what's going to happen. And now it's making him second guess. And she's like, all right, let's forget that I even brought it up. And he wasn't really trying to have it. But basically, she was saved by the bell because the call was over. They had 1 minute left. Okay.
Right.
Now, Latisha is on her way to go see Keith, and apparently she needed to step out the car for whatever reason to make sure she was good before she got there. I don't know what the hell that was about. She said really the clothes she has on, she's not supposed to wear, but she likes to push the limits. Now, keep on playing with them because I've had people who have gone up there numerous times with stuff that they weren't supposed to wear and got their visits revoked for months at a time. But keep on playing with it.
Habitual line stepping.
You don't want to do that with the jail, girl. Not with the jail. But she says that she has to have a really serious conversation with him. But there's a new RoboCop bitch, so she doesn't know if she will get to see him. And that'll be a problem for her. Maybe if you wear the right clothes, you wouldn't have to worry about the RoboCop bitch.
That part. So now
that was your favorite.
We get into my favorite. You know what? I'll take on Raneka. I'll take that. I might not agree with her. I don't, but I'll take that. I'd rather take it over Savannah. Okay. Because again, she doesn't go here. So Raneka goes to apologize to her sister Shakola for kicking her out the night before. Shakola is upstairs in the bed chilling. She's a little heated.
You're probably recovering.
Right. She's still a little heated about being thrown out just because she wanted to speak about how she felt. And Raneka asked her to, please be supportive, and she feels like Asonta is her forever. Shakola apologizes and tells her that, she wants the best for her and hopes that she's not right about Asonta at the end of the day. And then they hug it out and make up, but she tells her that she still thinks she's out here chasing the D. Right. So she leaves to get ready to catch her flight. She says that Asonta will come home in a few days, and she is just elated about it. Now, he's been talking about them getting married and starting a family once he gets out. I'm like, isn't that the normal? I guess I would be waiting to hear something different because I'm like, isn't that the norm for unless you're Savannah, isn't that the norm for most people you talk to in jail?
What, talking about marriage?
And they want to get out and start a new family.
Yes,
yeah,
it depends on the person because that's not Savannah's
real. Right. That's why I say except Savannah. So she said that no, she goes by her mom's house to go get her girls. Her mother Sherry is actually trying to talk some sense into Raneka one last time and basically tries to convince her to look, if you can go be stupid, but can you please leave these girls? And Raneka actually thinks that she's giving them better opportunities and her daughter's actually, this is what I talk about, I guess, a mother-daughter relationship. Like her daughters are actually trusting it. They realize it might be stupid.
Jahara is not really feeling it.
Right.
Her daughter Rakia, her daughter Rakia thinks that her mom has good intentions. That don't mean she's gonna work out. She just thinks her mom has good intentions.
Her mom points out that Asonta has been locked up for 4 years and she's only been with him for 17 months. So she knows that there's other girls somewhere that's holding him down, and there probably still are.
Oh, now, I had 13 months.
What happened?
I had 13 months. It was 17.
13, it was one of those. It wasn't 4 years.
It makes a difference. Right. But one is almost a year and a half.
Her daughters don't seem that excited as they're leaving, but Raneka believes her daughters will be able to see where she's coming from later on down the line.
She basically said she'll get over it. They're young.
And y'all know how I feel about people playing with their kids when it comes to stuff like this. Now, Raneka got her girls in the Airbnb. She asked him to be patient with her while she gets things established. She apparently plans to go get her man, but they start school tomorrow. So her friend Ray comes over and is gonna watch the kids for her. I said, I understand that they are teenagers, but at what point is all this transition not completely jarring? You just moved them somewhere. They're not familiar with anything. They're starting a new school, and then you're up and chasing you're not even there when they come home to hear about their first day, and you got some, I'm not gonna say random, that's your friend, but I don't know. I hate when people do this to their kids. Like, what you think because they're teenagers, they don't have feelings, like they're not gonna have sense of abandonment or like what is really, and then we wonder why these motherfuckers go nuts. I just again.
He has problems, Shreese.
I'll claim her, but It's still better than Savannah, but still, I don't like when people play with the kids. So anyway, that's the gist of it. Ray tells her that she would hate for her to find out that she's being stupid. Ray apparently has also dated an inmate, and that didn't go well for her. So she knows from firsthand experience. And basically tells her that she definitely thinks he has different women. And I believe they ended up going through his phone. Oh no, what happened was she went on his Facebook or
His
something
IG comments.
and saw some girls in the comments leaving a number. And so she calls him on the video chat, because we all know he got the cell phone and she don't know where he got it from. And
or well, I guess she sent him money. I was about to say or how it stays on, but she sent him money, so.
But yeah, and she asked him who are these hoes, basically.
And he gave every guy's favorite answer. Well,
right.
Because you don't see who the hell I'm talking about, apparently.
Mm-hmm.
So once again, Teresa's favorite, Savannah and Jake. Savannah went to meet with an attorney to talk about Jake's case and let him know that she's going to submit a letter of commutation to the governor, and wanted to know if 35 years is normal for his type of case. He said, well, it ain't abnormal. And actually said that he looked up his case and he made threats to kill people. Man, you leaving out stuff, okay? She said, yeah, that was him. Even in the courtroom, that was him. She gonna stick beside him now.
Mm-hmm.
She said even in the courtroom they had to shackle shackle him down to the ground in his chair because he was a young, scary, aggressive kid. But says that he's had a lot, that he's not like that anymore. He served 12 years in prison, and he has his AA degree and college credits through Grinnell College. He said all 5 members of the parole board voted to recommend commutation at his hearing in 2022, but the governor turned it down, which he thought was a little bit weird and felt like the family or somebody might be hiding something or know something. So he suggests her trying to get his family on board so that they can share whatever.
It was his mama that did it.
Did what?
Called the governor.
Why you thought
I thought he said that. I thought he said you need to talk to his mom, because she was like, yeah, he was in front of the parole board, and then his mom, because he was like, and then she was like, can I call your mom? And he's like, she's not gonna help. I think
that don't mean she called them.
I think she has something with him not getting out. Absolutely.
Now that would be messed up.
Not if you know your child's a problem and he could be a danger to society.
35 years though, and he served 12.
Not everybody changes.
You don't know if he's changed. Let me tell you something. For one, parole board are not easy to sway their
right. I'm sure.
So for them to suggest and send the governor their recommendation for commutation means a lot.
Okay.
That speaks volumes. And I think that's why he thought it was super weird that the governor still turned it down. Now, of course, she brings up that she's like, well, what do you think about if he had a wife? Do you think that would maybe sway the governor and, show that
it was the reach for me? It was the reach.
It was beyond reaching. It was disgusting. She says, maybe that'll show that he has stable support. And he was like, well, I mean, I don't think it could hurt, maybe you could try it. I think so. I think it might help. And this girl cannot wait to run back and tell Jake what the lawyer said. So this manipulative bitch said the best thing to come out of this meeting with the attorney is the news that him marrying her could help him get out of prison.
Because it shows stability.
That's the best thing that came out of the meeting. Was that you should get married to him. That's crazy to me. So
and Jake realizes that's bullshit.
I loved it. And I love that he don't feed her bullshit.
Yeah.
So she's on her way to Waterloo to try to connect with his family and help with the commutation. And on her way, he called her to find out what happened with the lawyer. And immediately she jumps into the fact that they should get married because that's what the lawyer said. He said, yeah, let's not start there. Let's start with a real legal shit. Okay. The legalities. Okay. Let's not start there. And, she just doesn't understand why this is coming from a lawyer and why he can't just take his advice. And he feels like she's trying to use his situation to get married. And this poor baby just can't read she just can't read the writings on the wall. He don't want to marry you. Wouldn't it be crazy if he's already married? And maybe that's why the family don't fuck with her. Wouldn't it be crazy?
Oh my God, that's such a good narrative.
I was thinking about it when he was, so she's on her way and basically.
Yo, I love that.
She asked if she should stop by the family's house. He said,
right.
no, that's intrusive. And when he said that, I was like, damn, wouldn't it be crazy if he was actually married and he doesn't want her
like living
up
with the family or something?
And that's why they don't fuck with her.
But she said the aunt used to talk to her, so I wonder how long ago that was. Like, she makes it sound like the aunt still just started not answering her calls, but she's also
who knows?
delusional. So
who knows? It sounds like the aunt was straddling the fence and she decided not to do it anymore. I don't know.
I actually like that narrative.
So, yeah, he said, yeah, don't go to my family's house. Don't do that. They ain't gonna help you. I don't want you just popping up over there. They don't fuck with you like that. Don't do it. He told her to meet up with his friend Timmy to work on the commutation because they've been friends for years. And he knows that he'll help with whatever she needs. Now, I'm actually surprised that he gave her the dude's number because he know his girl a hoe. He knows with her history. And he said he really don't trust her. He's just going off of what she said. But
is it just me, or is he just using her to get out of jail?
I think that, plus amongst other things, I'm sure.
No, but he comes off to me like he don't even really like her for real. It gives me the vibes that he's really just using her to get out of jail.
Mm-hmm. But she's
a pick.
Like, I don't know how many. What was it? 4 years?
She's pick Misha.
They've been talking for what, 4 years?
Mm-hmm.
Was it 4 years? And your relationship hasn't progressed at all? Honey, you should know. You should know by now that you're being used. But she's anxious to talk to him because she feels that all the answers, all the questions to her answers, he may have them. So I don't know what questions she had. First of all, she just sounds crazy to me because you want to go to the family, you want to go to the best friend and get these answers. First of all, they don't like you. Second of all, that's his family and his friend. What do you think they're going to give you? Where do you think their loyalty
was a person? Its name would be Savannah.
I can agree with that.
Last but not least, we have big money stacks. Jade.
Stacks on stacks on
stacks. Okay. Her and Jessica are in South Dakota to get ready to go visit Chris. Jessica tells Chris that she hopes that they can work things out at this little powwow. Apparently, this is something new I heard of. Maybe it's because it's like, is he in like a tribal, like a Native American jail? Or this is the first time I heard of that.
No, I think it depends on the jail. Some places have like family day, stuff like that.
I was gonna say, because this sounded like a family day. Like they was gonna have the potato sack race. They was gonna, sit around and talk. They
do stuff like that.
And I never knew that. I never knew that.
Yeah, it depends. I think it depends on the jail. I think it depends on the length of time that you have, where you're located. I think it depends.
Oh, so anyway, they know things. They didn't have the best conversation last time they talked. And Jade is hoping that Jessica and Chris can get along. She doesn't want any problems. Chris lets her know that, this is going to depend on Jessica's attitude. And I said, well, Jade also brings up that she tried to reach out to his mom. Here's another one. They mom don't with you. And apparently Chris's mom don't fuck with her. She isn't really clear why. And I think Chris is making excuses for his mom. And it's like, well, she's been through a lot. And But he's basically playing the same thing that Jake is playing and playing dumb. Like he don't know why his mama don't like her. Well, and basically, as I feel like him and Jake are one and the same. Because he's like, yeah, and I can't make her like you. So.
Differences. He's an actual husband.
You're getting his money, not his mama. Savannah can't say that. So now
Savannah ain't getting nothing. Savannah ain't even getting a promise for a future.
Right. So Jade says that she gave her a Christmas present one year and she gave it back. She feels like Chris's mom is a bit snobby and isn't sure, what she has against her, especially when her son is the inmate. He said, and then Jessica isn't feeling the way Chris's family treats Jade. And, basically said, I'm the chihuahua of my family. I have no problem speaking up and saying what needs to be said. So Jess is ready to start some shit. Okay. Some shiza. Now, Jade and Jess roll up to meet with Jake's nieces, I believe. I'm sorry, I said Jake. Look, even my notes got it messed up. What's the boy named Chris? She goes to meet up with Chris's nieces and opens up about, she thinks Chris's mom doesn't like her. The niece agrees and says, yeah,
that's true.
That's valid. The niece says
that's valid.
Right. And basically same thing, she's been through a lot with him. And basically it's like, so what are your plans when he gets out? Because you're not really like doing anything, right? Like you're not working, you're not, and Jade is like, nope, because Chris don't want me to work and I don't plan on it. So Jade says, that no. Then the niece asks if Chris made her sign a prenup, which we all know did not happen. And so Jessica asked, well, does the family think that Jade is just there for the money? And she talks about how they don't like the social media stuff that she be doing and out here showing all the stuff that he buys her. And she's like, this is money that he saved up over years. We don't have it like that. It's not like she's
and in their tribe. And also that's not something they do in their tribe. They don't like to show off and
or showboat,
do flash.
So
I said, well, those are valid reasons.
It was very valid reason. And Jade is like, I'm gonna do what the hell I want to do. It's my social media. I don't go around judging nobody else's social media and what they do.
But then guess what? Don't be upset
when mother don't like
you don't like.
And then Jade said that, if she was using him, they wouldn't have been married for 5 years. So she tries to reassure them. No,
I don't know why that meant anything. Girl, he's away. That's what they do.
She tries to reassure them no amount of money is worth waiting for someone to get out of prison. And the niece says that if she wants a relationship with the family, then basically she needs to push a little bit more. And it gives me the vibe that Jade, I will say it gives me the vibe Jade said, oh, you don't like me, and kept it moving. Because the family's not stopping her from getting anything. So I could see why she doesn't really give a damn about whether they like her or not.
And it clearly it's not even bothering Chris. Chris won't even give her a reason as to why the family don't like her. He don't care either.
But it'll be interesting when he bring his ass home. But yeah, y'all. So drop down in the comments. Let us know what y'all think about this episode of Love During Lockup. These delusional fools. But if you haven't already, make sure you hit that like button.
You comment.
You subscribe.
And you hit the notification bell.
And make sure that you're following us on all the platforms, the TikTok, the Twitter, the Facebook, and the IG. And we will catch you next week for another review of Love During Lockup. Have a good night. Bye-bye.
Good night.